So have you ever told yourself that one day you will get down to learning a memorized deck? Well, in today's episode, I'll be talking to you about something that might help you do just that. Welcome back to Nique Tan Chats. So hi guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Nique Tan Chats, my magic and mostly mentalism review show. My name is Nique Tan, and on today's episode we'll be talking to you about the trainer decks put out by Thom Parkin. Okay, so on today's episode, not only will I be talking about the trainer decks themselves, I'll also be conducting a giveaway, okay, everybody's favorite type of show, a giveaway of these two decks, okay, to two lucky people, one being the Aronson stack and one for Mnemonica. So if you'd like to find out how you can participate in this very special giveaway, do stay tuned to the end of this video and I'll give you all the deets, alright, the details. Also, as always, thank you so much to my subscribers out there. You guys are the best, alright? Thank you so much for your support thus far. And if you're new to the channel, I urge you, please have a look around, have a look at all the videos that I've done. And if you enjoy the review videos that I do for, mentalism stuff, please subscribe to my channel, because when you subscribe, I know that you guys are watching and you'd love to see more videos. And I'll try my best to put up more content for you on this channel whenever I can. So what are the trainer decks? All right, the trainer decks are actually tools, all right, tools that have been specially designed, okay, to help you learn a memorized deck. So the memorized deck, right, the highly elusive, highly coveted memorized deck, a technique that is known to all card magicians out there, practiced by just some and mastered by a few. So if you're unfamiliar with what a memorized deck is, all right, or Memdeck for short, it is a technique, a method, whereby the magician, the performer, has actually committed the numerical position of every single one of those 52 playing cards to memory. And of course, when it comes down to effects, whereby it involves a deck of cards in a specialized order or stack. All right, there are many popular, well-known stacks out there, such as the 8 Kings, there's Cy Stebbins, Martin Joyle has his 6-hour memorized deck. All right, the Joyle stack. Richard Osterlin has his breakthrough card system. Simon Aronson, of course, with his Aronson stack. Juan Tamariz with his very popular Mnemonica. And in recent times as well, I believe Patrick Redford has released his Redford stack as well. So Thom's idea was to have a deck of cards with specially designed kind of images, all right? And these designs were actually designed by a storybook illustrator. So what this deck is trying to do is to provide you images, all right, that are designed to create an immediate association in your mind between the card's value, the suit, as well as its numerical position. So now let's talk a little bit about the back design as well. Now on the back, you will see two kind of drawings, all right, a caricature kind of a drawing, one of Juan Tamariz and one of Danny D'Ortiz. And around the border of the card, all right, you will see the full stack of Mnemonica there as well. Also, something that's really cool that you can do, try and recall the images, all right, to see if your mind can recall the images, is to just spread the cards out just a little bit like that, so that only the indexes, so that only the indices, those things show. Alright, so only those things show, and then from there, once you see the card, you can test yourself to see if you have actually got that image in your mind or not. So Thom has actually sent me two decks of cards, alright? One is the Aronson stack and one is Mnemonica. Okay, now I've opened Mnemonica, I have not opened the Aronson stack, it's still shrink wrapped. And already knowing Mnemonica in my head for a couple of years now, I decided to have a look at some of the images and see if they actually help someone to actually learn Mnemonica. So I've just come up with an idea to actually test out the deck on yourself to see if this is something that would work for you. Now obviously I cannot show you all the cards in the deck, alright, all the images in the deck, because those images, the specially designed images, are what you are paying for. But what I'm going to do is this, I'm going to show you some images from this deck. Alright, I'm going to show you maybe just 4 cards, okay? I'll hold the cards up, I'll talk you through the images. I'll let you have a second or so to burn the images in your head. And then I'm going to talk some more about memorized decks in general. And then at the end of this video, I'm going to have a little test to see if you can still recall the cards that I just showed you. Alright, so let's have some fun. All right, so this is the four of clubs. Okay, the four of clubs. Now, I want you to burn this image into your mind. Okay, the four of clubs. You're going to see a number one, all right, a very big, bold number one over there, right down the middle. And on that number one, you're going to see four clubs that are like lined up, almost like they're skewered on that number one. Okay, so burn this image in your mind. Don't try to remember the four of clubs. Don't try to remember the number one. What you're trying to do here is to have this image appear in your mind when you think of number one. Okay, and then when you think of number one, your mind will see the four clubs and you will be reminded that card number one is the four of clubs. Next up, I'm going a bit random. I'm just pulling out cards at random from the deck. This is the five of hearts. Okay, I hope you can see that, the five of hearts. You see a snowman over there. The snowman actually resembles the number 8. Okay, so the number 8, you will see a snowman when you think of the number 8. Look at this image, burn this image into your mind. So on the snowman, you will see a face. It's made up of 3 hearts over there, and then there are like 2 hearts over here, being like the buttons of the snowman. Okay, so there are a total of 5 hearts. Okay, 2 buttons and 2 eyes and 1 mouth. A total of 5 hearts. The snowman looks like an 8. The 5 of hearts is the 8th card in Mnemonica. This is the 3 of diamonds. The 3 of diamonds, when you think of the 3 of diamonds, what you're going to see is an egg tray. All right, an egg tray. So this is 12. All right, it's a dozen eggs in a tray. And the egg tray, the dozen, 12, the brand of the eggs, or you know what is printed inside the packaging, you will see 3 diamonds over there. So again, don't force yourself to remember, oh, 12 is the 3 of diamonds. But when you think of 12, you will think of a dozen, all right, a dozen, and the eggs will come to your mind. And then when you look at the image of the eggs and the carton, you will see the 3 diamonds over there. So the 3 of diamonds is therefore card number 12. One last one, okay, just one last one. I'm not sure if this shows up very well in the camera, but this is the Queen of Spades. Now the Queen of Spades, you will just picture this card, burn this image of this card into your mind. You'll see like a queen figure wearing a crown. The crown has got this spade kind of figure, okay, over there. So the Queen of Spades. And if you allow your mind to zoom in on her hair, you will see a ribbon, okay, a ribbon that runs through her hair in the shape of a 4 and an 8 over there. So again, just let the image sit into your mind. See this queen with the 4 and the 8 as a ribbon in her hair, okay? And then when you revisit this image, you will know that card number 48 is the Queen of Spades. All right, so let's see if you guys can remember all that even until the end of this episode. I'll give you a little test. So let's talk a little bit about stacked decks in general. There are a couple of types of stacked decks. I mean, they're all basically decks of cards that are put into a particular order, but learning them, learning different types of decks has its pros and cons. At its very basic form, there are sequential stacks, meaning when you hear the name of one card, you will know what card follows that card or what card came before that card. So I guarantee you, every single one of you can recite the alphabet from A to Z. All right, A to Z, not a problem at all. The problem comes when we are trying to find different parts of the alphabet. Okay, for example, you might not necessarily know what is the 14th letter in the alphabet. Likewise, you also won't know the exact location, the numerical position of the letter J, for example. All right, so you won't be able to know letter and position or position and letter, but you can recite the alphabet from A to Z. All right, so that is a sequential stack. Then there are also calculated stacks, all right, whereby there's like a formula or an algorithm for you to mentally work out the position of a card, all right? Some stacks work like that. And then of course there is the truly memorized deck, all right, where you have committed the numerical position of every single card to memory, which means when you hear a number, you know the card. And conversely, when you hear the card, you know the number. So having that kind of ability, that kind of information in your head, obviously will open up more scope of effects that you can perform. Much more is possible. Speaking of which, let's see if the system actually works for you right now, okay? This is what is card number 1, all right? So if I'm asking you card number 1, an image of the number 1 should come into your mind, and on the number 1, you will see the 4 clubs, right? So card number 1 is the 4 of clubs. Let's do one more. This is card number 8. Okay, so card number 8, when you see card number 8, the 8 looks like a snowman, and on the snowman you will see his face has got 3 hearts, and on the body he's got 2 buttons as well, and that's a total of 5 hearts. So card number 8 is the 5 of hearts. Let's try it the other way around. Okay, this is the 3 of diamonds. Okay, so what position is the 3 of diamonds? Okay, so when you think of the 3 diamonds, you will see them on an egg carton. All right, an egg carton contains a dozen eggs. Therefore, the 3 of diamonds is at number 12. Last but not least, this is the Queen of Spades. All right, so just get that image of the Queen with the crown on her head with the spades, and then you will see that in her hair she's got a ribbon in a particular formation, and you will see it form into the 48. All right, so the Queen of Spades is card number 48. Now, I do realize that this sort of thing may not be for everyone, all right, because we all learn things differently. But if this kind of thing benefits you, if you feel that it kind of helps you learn the system, I think it's a great tool to have, right? Because now you will never forget that the 4 of clubs is card number 1, or you will never forget that the 5 of hearts is at position number 8. So if you've got these 4 cards down, you already have learned 4 cards from Mnemonica. Now, this sort of idea isn't new. In fact, Juan Tamares in Mnemonica, I think on page 25, when I checked earlier, he also outlines a method whereby you take a card, and on the card, the face of the card, you draw the position of the card. All right, and that process kind of helps you with the whole learning process as well, because the actual seeing and doing, the more senses you can stimulate when learning it, basically helps you get the stack into your mind as soon as possible and more effectively. So this sort of idea isn't new, all right? But if this is something that you feel helps you, if this is the sort of way that you learn things, then I can highly recommend these decks. So that's all I have to say about the trainer decks. Now let's talk a little bit about the giveaway. To qualify for this giveaway, very simple. Number 1, please subscribe to my channel. Okay, you have to be a subscriber in order to qualify for this giveaway. So before anything else, if you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button right now. Next, in the comments section down below, all right, I want you to comment which deck you want, okay, Aronson or Mnemonica. Just comment which deck you want. That's all you need to do. It'll be better, because I am genuinely curious to know why. Okay, why did you choose one deck over the other? So just give a reason why you have chosen one deck over the other. I will look through every single entry, alright, every single comment, and I will choose a winner, 2 winners actually, or one for the Aronson stack and one for Mnemonica. I'll choose 2 winners on the 9th of August 2021. Alright, so if you're interested to find out whether you have won, do check back on the 9th of August in the comment section down below. I will pin the winners details right there. So check back and see if you are the lucky ones who have won for yourselves these trainer decks. And of course, if you can't wait for that, or if you just want to buy these decks for yourselves, right now I will also be leaving the links in the description box down below, and you can just head over there and you can order for yourself one of these decks or 2 of these decks. I think they're going for like just $25 per deck. Alright, so if you want to order your decks, head over to the links in the description box down below. As always guys, stay safe, take care, and I'll see you again on a future episode of Nique Tan Chats.